I'm not going to say that this is confirmed, but I want the public to eat on this and chew on this. The Lakas is being maintained not so much for its presidential campaign,
sa local,
but more, not even local, more for the congressional.
Yes. Control of the numbers.
The congressional seats are being
pero ang daming
monitored, including the sectoral seats. That's why there are certain sectoral seats being why?
Party list.
Because there is an end game to this.
The party list. Ay, syempre, aakit siya magiging House Speaker. Syempre, doon nag-emanate lahat ng power ng Congress.
Harry, very simple. May end game nga talaga eh. The end game here is the manipulation of the Constitution to, convert into a parliament. And he who sits at the Congress become parliamentarian, they compete for speakership. So who will be speaker or prime minister, therefore, will be the one with the numbers. Kaya ang labanan dito, kung gaano kadaming congressional seats ang hawak-hawak mo, pati sectoral representatives.
That's one facet. The second facet is this. Impeachment proceedings emanate from the House.
The House.
And if...
No, the power basically. I believe in the power of the House. Yes, I know.
So, if the Speaker is a former president and somebody will run after this person...
Hindi pwede.
For an election, for whatever.
Hindi pwede.
So, she can also...
whoever it is can have the president impeached.
Pwede rin siyang gumalaw sa Kongreso at papa-impeach din kita.
I think we're giving her too much credit. I think that the other way around. I think that, well, it seems the good luck charm has been with her for some time. Whether it be a conspiracy or not, I'd rather not think it's a conspiracy. I don't think she's been all that good. I think it's also a lot of luck, so it seems. As Butch Bad keeps putting out, alam mo, Harry, ang katakutan mo dito, hindi yung sama lang ng intensyon, pero miscalculation. Kung mag-miscalculate o madadapa, magkakagulo. Ang pagkakagulo, lahat tayo damay.
I just hope na in this miscalculation, the Liberal Party will not think of people power up to the point na pati si Mar Rojas na elected Vice President sasabihin huwag kang umupong Vice President, samahan mo kami dito. Kasi gusto nila, hindi naman pwedeng ikaw lang nasa loob kami nandito sa labas.
Do you think we will fall for a people power promoted by the Liberal Party, assuming they don't? Would you march? I don't think so. I won't. Di ba?
No, it's not a matter of will we fall. It's not an intellectual guessing game. It's a matter of what are the numbers that are concentrated in the Metro Manila area. There was one study that I saw one time. All you need to do is get about 150, 200,000 to start massing in the streets. It will clog up the streets, and that is the people power. You know that last people power, it did not have millions and millions and millions.
I was there.
200, 300,000
mga ganun
people.
Lang yun.
And it was enough to topple the president. So, you see, hindi ganun kadami hinihingi dyan.
I just have to inject that there has to be an armed component, or at least a vestige of threat of an armed component, because without it, then it will be protracted, which will be worst.
Among the competing presidents, all 9 of them, do any of them, presidentiables, among the competing presidentiables, I'm sure none of them are promoting ill will to the Filipino people, be it for people power or amassing 150,000, 250,000 people to disrupt the economy, because it will bring the country backwards, if not delay, make it difficult for business to be as is, where is, as it's going. Diba? Among the 9 of them, I don't think, unless you're saying that Noynoy would rather have that.
I don't hear the Nationalista Party talking about people power. And way down the line, even Nikki Perlas is not talking about people power. It seems to be, it's only the Liberal Party that's actually out there and preparing for people power and an end scenario.
So anybody but Noynoy, parang ganon. And should that happen, anybody but Noynoy, hang on, we're back to FPJ, we're back to Miriam Defensor.
Santiago.
Anybody but Noynoy, hang on, they're the ones who are thinking of it. So what do? We fight each other. So those who are yellow and non-yellow are going to compete and fight each other. Hey, come on. So what do? They compete. They put the money and put it together to get 200,000 people on the street and fabricate what we call a people power, and we're all going to fall prey, and we're all going to agree. Nah, that's not going to happen. Come on, seriously, gentlemen.
We're not going to agree.
It's 2010. Pwede yung 1986 because we had Marcos.
Hindi naman ganun kasimple yung mga equations dyan, Harry. If there is one party that's contemplating that, there has to be another party that's contemplating a counter move. And even if there are only 2 parties, that is a conflict in and of itself already. without you having to agree with it or not. You don't have to. But
Yeah, I
this
don't
is
have
where
to.
we're evaluating, we're looking at the confluence of events that are shaping up right now, okay, to say, where are we going to be May 10 and post? That's what we're saying. What's going to happen May 10? It doesn't look like it's going to be a trouble-free run to May 10 and afterwards.
Very well presented, George. I totally agree with what you said. What should we do? We have to offer some type of solution. We can't just be doomsayers here on TV and say, hey guys, you're totally doomed. We're dead. Gone. No way. That option cannot be the situation. What do we do?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's hear
it's a
you.
way
Because
of-
we're being...
UN supervised and controlled elections. Remove everybody else, you know. I think that's the only way we can safeguard and even try to see.
George, don't give them any ideas, please.
Pero UN...
Just talking
I know. It's
the
a
way-
very good suggestion. Baka biglang may ano nga.
Dapat siguro kasi the way it's going right now, puputok eh. Nandun na eh, nandun na mga elements. The parties are preparing for it. It's gonna...
The way I see it,
Gonna
there's
go
one
ahead.
side who will
With
not...
3 weeks, that's all we've got. Can we still correct it?
The way I see it, there's one side who will never accept defeat. And whoever will be proclaimed as president will have to hold on to his seats. To his seat. That will be the conflict there.
So in other words, we're doomed.
Well, mag-aaway na naman yung
Mag-aaway talaga.
sitting president na sa palagay niya, nanalo siya, at yung grupo na nagsasabing hindi ako nanalo. The problem with that equation is, how can you say there was cheating? Mar Rojas becomes vice president. So, I mean, so isang grupo lang dyan ang magiging maingay palagi. The only way they can succeed is, Mar, huwag kang umupo, ah. Dapat
Hindi
sumama ka
pwede.
din. Kaya nga,
Hindi pwede. Uupo
so,
talaga.
besides, the family supporting Mar Rojas will definitely say, you're not going to do that. We spend so much, you're going to sit down as vice president. O, di ba? Kasi we won't have a vice president. That's even worse. He has to sit down as vice president. Oh. So, for all purposes, extent and purposes, people can say, well, at least relatively clean kasi at least may opposition. Si Mar Rojas ang opposition dyan. Oh.
Why is the COMELEC promoting itself so hard, so vigorously on media, defending itself? Of course, they're not proactive. They've never been, which they should be. They should go explaining themselves rather than be on the defensive.
Wouldn't you be on the defensive and defend yourself and protect yourself?
No, they should be proactive, going out and promoting the news and what they know and explaining it.
If you made such a big mistake, you're not going to defend yourself? They've already made a big mistake. There's no choice. They've got to correct it or do something to protect themselves.
They say otherwise.
Well,
If you listen to Lara Zabal, never mind James Jimenez, more of the commissioners.
Kawawa naman eh. You know, you have to pity them because they're trying to put up fires on a daily basis. I mean, this is not the picture of a well-prepared, professionally managed commission of elections of a country that's facing a national election.
They're still into the lawyering side of the elections.
Oh, eh.
You need a techie. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to computerize, you must have one person na, when it comes to computers, you talk to this guy, he's our man, we can trust him, he's COMELEC. What's happening is they're trusting the smart tech people.
If we already
Why
see
don't
this,
they talk to the IT experts? There's an entire IT
Correct.
association.
Yeah, there's many
But
here.
hindi nila ipasok yun, bis na magbungguan sila.
Correct.
Ano ba naman yan?
seeing what we see so easily, analyzing what we are currently doing so relaxed and just, openly, why can't we address and correct the situation even before we have the clash of the titans, so to speak, with the elections coming along? 3 weeks may sound like it's a little too late, but it's never too late. It's saving the republic. Why are we all sitting back and yet so easily we can... If 3 of us can talk like this openly and bring it out, can you imagine many more of the intellectuals, the great politicians there who are around, who analyze all of it, not to mention even the generals and whatnot. Why not correct it and address it rather than open up the daily papers and another ampatuan is, next we're going to release everybody in Muntinlupa and jail everybody who has a position. Parang ganun eh.
Ayoko lang sabihin to, pero if you're going to count on people power again, pagod na yung tao sa people power. Siguro yung
I'm
talagang
not saying people power, but
yung mga talagang convinced, yun ang lalabas. Pero to ask the old style of people, they are not going to do it. Why? They realize, sino na naman ang iluluklok natin
what can
dyan?
we do then? What can we
Diba?
propose
Sino
to the
iluluklok
people who
natin?
have... Yun ang problema. Sinunod
sila?
natin. Ako, nahihirapan.
Ano ba,
Nikki Perlas for president?
Di ba? Sasabihin
Ganun ang labanan
sila.
dyan.
Tapos,
At least diretso yan.
hindi lang yun. Ano ba,
Electioneering yan.
Electioneering yan.
ano ba kasaysayan ng